It's time for Florida State basketball. This is the Leonard Hamilton Show.
Another reason I'm so happy I came to Florida State, I met my future wife here, so.
Loucks and his fiancée, Stevi Steinhauer, will marry in April. She's a former
Stevi was literally one of the first people I met on campus at Florida State. Our first date was to Bella Bella, a little Italian spot on campus. And then to get recruited, by Leonard Hamilton and his staff, that was just such a cool experience to go through. So, I care about this place a lot. When Michael Alford gave me a call and offered me the position, I said, Steve, we might want to start packing our house because I think we're moving to Tallahassee.
When he got the call, I remember Luke just being like, thank you so much, I'm so excited. He was very calm about the whole thing, and then he hung up and I'm like, did you get the job? And he was like, yeah. And then I was just like I could not believe it. It's a long way to move from California to Florida, but the Florida State community has been so amazing. We flew in, and then when we landed here, there were so many boosters and the marching band and just so many people that I recognized from being here whenever we went to school here. It felt like home. And I looked at Luke and I'm like, I'm about to start crying. I was like, this is like bringing back a flood of memories, the start of our relationship and all the friends here. And it just felt so good. It felt like we were meant to be here and we were home.
Basketball is on the map, Florida State, but when Coach Hamilton got here, he took it to another level. He's one of the most respected men in the industry, and we needed to find someone who can carry that tradition forward and even take it to new heights. Luke's experience in the NBA with Steve Kerr, with Mike Brown, and his knowledge of that new age of basketball and bringing that style to Florida State, I think it's going to pay dividends for us moving forward. We're going to see a lot of things just like Coach Hamilton used to do, because that was Luke's mentor. But also looking into the future of the program and where we're going to take it, I couldn't be more excited just to get it started.
You wear this logo on your chest and you walk out in the community. Everywhere you go, it doesn't matter what state you're in, what country you're in, someone's yelling out, "Go Noles." And it's such a cool national, worldwide brand to be a part of and to feel like you had a small part in helping build some of that significance. And now coming back full circle to put that back on my chest and continue to represent, the legacy of Florida State athletics, I think it's so special.
I've been so surprised in a good way about how welcoming everybody is. I talk to a lot of my colleagues and friends around the country, like not every place has this type of culture, not every place has this type of family environment from the jump. Basketball has been part of my life, my whole journey, my family was part of the game. My dad taught me from a young age, just everything about the game, culture, how you approach the game, how you approach practice, how you approach working out by yourself. It's in my blood, it's in my DNA. So when I got the opportunity to come, I was so excited. I sprinted down here. The way Luke approaches his day, one of his biggest things is find joy. One of his big 5 pillars is find joy as a coach. And I think he coaches with joy every day. He coaches with excitement. I think finding joy is huge.
All right, dodgeball for warm-up. Here we go. Let's go, dodgeball for warm-up. You can use the ball as a shield. All right, go. That's it, back in. That's it.
told every player I recruited, and I will continue to tell this, that you got to find enjoyment in what we're doing. When you break it all the way down to a fundamental level, you're playing a child's game. It was meant to be a recreational game to have fun. And to me, if you can't walk in the building and compete at a high level, but also find some enjoyment for what you're doing, there has to be a certain level of joy. I'll tell you what, it's hard to find joy in losing. But if you flip that of like every time you lose, it is a great learning opportunity. All of a sudden, like you can flip losses, especially big mistakes. You can flip it into like, hey, this is actually a great opportunity to learn and grow. And that should excite you.
Here we go.
You're gonna have days like this. Now we gotta find a way tomorrow to get better again, all right? You're gonna have games like this. We miss shots, we lose a game, we don't play the right way, you gotta learn from it, all right? Tomorrow we gotta get better.
We always have a saying, you know, you're never as good as you think you are and you're never as bad as you think you are. You're somewhere in the middle. When things are going well, you feel like you're never going to lose again. When things are going bad, you feel like you're never going to win again. When you're losing games and everybody's down, it's hard to come in the gym. It's hard to lift yourself up and continue to move forward, but that's your job. And if you don't do it, you're going to be stuck where you are. Because if you keep focusing on, you know, what's behind you, you're going to miss what's in front of you. So why not be the person to try to lift people up and be the person to try to take that first step and pull people with you? As much positivity and positive messaging you can have around your guys, usually you have a positive outcome that follows.
There is a reality that I'm replacing a guy in Leonard Hamilton who meant so much to me and so much of our teammates and so many guys he's coached. He has a fantastic legacy of winning and raising young men to do the right things in the community, to be great husbands and great fathers. And you know, he's won too. He's a Hall of Fame coach and a Hall of Fame guy. And I realized the reality of replacing someone like that, and someone that frankly I'm close with and have a relationship with. It's not like I'm just replacing some coach that, you know, moved on. It's like, no, I'm replacing a guy that had a huge impact in my life. I just know I have the job and I have the opportunity and the privilege to continue his legacy. You know, am I Coach Hamilton? Absolutely not. He has his own story, and he's written his story in an incredible way and impacted so many lives. But there will be some similarities in what we prioritize, and it's the human side first and the athlete second. Now, I'm going to get judged on wins and losses, but I know the most important thing is to help these young men in their lives. Coach Hamilton understood that side of it as best as I've ever seen, and that'll be a part I'll carry on. Whether it feels like it or not, that was a hell of a summer. All right, that was a hell of a summer. We're gonna be really, really good. I'm proud of each and every one of you guys. All of you guys have gotten better individually. I can see it. I hope you guys can feel it. And as a team, I feel like we've grown. All right, so 7:30 at my house. We're gonna have some goodies, some good fun. Let's get out of here. Come on, here we go. Great summer. These 8 weeks of work in the summer, to me, were an absolute success across the board. From day one, we were looking at, okay, as a team, these are areas that we need this team to get better at. As individuals, these are areas that we got to work on. And then over the course of the summer, all of those things kind of meshed together so that over this 8 weeks, they have progressed as a player individually, and we've progressed as a team collectively. I think everyone's excited for the season. You know, we feel it in the community, the players feel it, the coaching staff feels it, our family feels it. Everyone can't wait for the season to be here. I try to not focus on that. I try to focus on what do we have today? how can I win this day? And I try to keep our players in that mindset too. If you get ahead of yourself, right? If you start thinking about the season, or you start thinking about the postseason, or you start thinking about trying to make the NBA, and that's your focus, you need to realign your focus on what can I do today to get better. We've had a productive summer because of that. We've had a really, to me, a successful summer because we focused on all the little details that we need to get better at right now, not for game one. We're excited, you know, with all the work we've done this summer, and we can feel the energy in this community. I can feel it every time I go out for lunch or dinner. There's fans coming up, and you can feel their excitement. That's what builds this special atmosphere in the Tuck, is when every seat is full and you walk in and you get that little tingly feeling in your stomach, and the fans feel like they're part of it. They're the sixth man to what we're doing on the court. That's what makes Florida State basketball special. So we can't wait to get to that point and put on a good show for this crowd.